Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. But before we get started, we got 2 clips for y'all to check out. So we got 2,000-point clips that I want y'all to check out. So roll the footage, Pedro. To the Baja. Nice pass. Oh, you got to make those. You got to make those. You got to make those. You got to go to the Baja. Cross. Oh, to the Baja. There you go. 1,000 points. And they ran on the court. You think this is March Madness? They better not hurt the girl. They better not hurt her. Congratulations to Bella. There you go. Gio with 1,000. Congrats to Gio. Bring window. All right, congratulations to Gio and Bella.
Facts.
So this year we've got 4 players that's hit 1,000. We got 3 this week. Chosky from Kipp, he did it on Monday.
Okay.
Against Bishop Fenwick. Yep. Bella, as we said, and then Gio. So we got, and then Angie, she was the first. So the first 2 to do it was on the lady side. But yeah, and we might have 5 by the end of the week. I think JJ Martinez is close to 1,000.
Okay.
To 1,000 points this year. Potentially 6. Denzel's like, he might get it. He might. He's like somewhere in the range.
Okay.
But he got to text me back to see the number. But it's congratulations to all those guys. I actually got a shirt this time.
That's dope.
Yeah. For Angie, them shirts went out. Them shirts were gone within a second. I was like, damn.
As they should be, man.
But yeah, Bella only a sophomore. She got that. So, now she could try to get 2,000. So I think she'll be the first Lady Spartan to get 2,000. Mm-hmm. So she on a, she a superstar anyways on her own right. But yeah, we here. It feels like 40 degrees outside, but we here. Todd's here. We got make sure you order the book if you haven't already. History's funny, man. I'll be watching some history stuff. You look back at history, you just be laughing at certain stuff because it was like, if you were a girl and you like kind of were smart and know stuff that people didn't know, they accuse you of being a witch.
Yeah, being a witch. Wow. Crazy stuff, right? God forbid you got a brain. Right.
You know the stars and all that. Like you a witch and now you about to get hung and they gonna take your life away for just being smarter than them. I'm like, yo, you get a glimpse of history. That's just hilarious. But
if anybody's in the anime, check out Castlevania because that's kind of how the show starts.
Oh yeah. Oh man, there's so many animes.
Castlevania was dope though.
If you're an avid anime lover, your watch list got to be crazy with all like some of the animes they got, especially like some of the ones they put out on Netflix.
And a lot of new ones coming out. Yeah, stuff like that too.
So many new ones, but more the same in the NFL. We got. I mean, where we start? Let's start with the Chiefs. Let's start with Philly first. We'll get to the Chiefs after, but Philly hung 50 on Washington on Sunday to go back to the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years. And it's been the Saquon show for Philly. Literally been the Saquon show. He's been the catalyst to their run, to their season. 55 points. He had another big run. I think he had like a 60-yard touchdown run on the first play or something like that.
I don't know, man. He's always going yard on everybody.
Right, and 60-yard touchdown run on their first offensive play of the game. So that kind of set the tone right there.
I mean, Philly was missing the same thing Baltimore was missing. They just utilized what they were missing a lot more.
Yeah. Well,
they brought back the word workhorse.
Yeah.
Because Saquon is carrying them to the Super Bowl. And I'm glad he got out of New York because me and Paige was talking for the show, and I said I didn't want him to get Barry Sanders.
Right.
Get stuck somewhere and have all this greatness, but you can't flourish because you're stuck in a trash franchise. So kudos to Philly, even though it's the first and last time you probably hear me say kudos to Philly. as a Pats fan. But nah, man, it's just good. I like seeing Hurts and Mahomes and the Super Bowl. So man, it's good for Philly, bro.
Yeah, definitely for them, and yeah, Hurts out there dressed like G Money. but for Washington, they gotta look at this. They had to get it was close. It was 12-14, and then within 30 seconds they scored 13 points. Like you just can't let that happen. Especially in the playoffs with a chance to go to the Super Bowl, you can't let little stuff like that happen to turn a close game into a rout.
It's all learning experience. Like I said, they got further than a lot of people thought they were going to get. Daniels was balling. He has a promising future. So all they got to do is just put some more pieces around him, play solid football next go around, and who knows, they might be in the Super Bowl next year.
But now the thing with that, now you ain't gonna catch nobody by surprise now.
I think he's good enough that he won't. Like he don't need to.
The NFL's weird though. The NFL's weird. Like
this is true.
Like that, you could have a great. We could just look at C.J. Stroud. Like his rookie year, he had a great rookie year, and then second year it was like up and down, up and down.
But I feel like they might have gave. Granted, he's the quarterback, he's the franchise face of the franchise. But I feel like they might have gave him the keys too early, because it's like he was throwing the ball 40-some times, 30-some times. It's like, bro, he's only a second-year quarterback. Like you still need to protect him, and he still needs to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but also played a role. I think their top 2 receivers got injured for the season. So that kind of, but yeah, it was like the entire season for me was kind of up and down. But yeah, Washington definitely got a good thing going for them. But yeah, the Philly train's rolling. That defensive line is just crazy. It's kind of like you drop back and 3 seconds, or not even 3 seconds later, 2 seconds later, someone's in your face. That's one way. That's the recipe to beat any team with a good quarterback or a great quarterback. If you could get pressure on them without blitzing, it's gonna make life easier for your whole defense. And Philly's been able to do that with that defensive line. It's just wild.
Yeah, what he said.
And then on the other side, the Chiefs are heading back to the Super Bowl. They are trying to be the first team to win 3 in a row. And I've been saying it all season. It's just like people keep saying like the Chiefs aren't playing well, the Chiefs aren't doing this. This might be the year, but they kept winning. So it was kind of like I was just saying to myself, yeah, they're not playing well, but they're still winning. And they still got that dude.
I feel like it's the same thing they used to say about the Pats. We didn't hear much about it because we're in New England.
Right.
But I'm sure the rest of the country was saying how much we fell off. Brady's not looking as sharp as he once was. As long as you're still winning, it doesn't matter because everybody's still grinning.
And the thing about the Chiefs now, the way they're winning this year and the way they're playing this year, they're playing how the old Patriots used to play, like dink and dunk. We're going to dink and dunk you since you don't want us, since you're going to take away the over-the-top passes, the deep passes. I'm like, fine. I'm fine with just throwing these 3, 4, 5-yard passes each time, and we'll just strategically march down the field and wear your defense out.
And remember, they blocked a field goal for game.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of when you kind of know.
That's when you know. Y'all destined to 3 feet. But on the Buffalo side, man, that moment, it's always that one moment is just too big for him. It's just that one particular moment, and it sucks. He didn't play a bad game. I'd say he had a good season. So this is the one time he needed Diggs. I feel like this season.
And also that last play, they fooled him. They fooled him with that blitz. They fooled him, and they got to him so fast he kind of had to rush. Couldn't even see the guy open on the flat. So, but yeah, that blitz fooled him because that's what I said. I said it when he made it. I was like, oh damn, they really fooled him on that one. But when you're looked at or you're talked about as like an MVP candidate or MVP caliber quarterback, and you're better than this quarterback, you're better. These are the moments you had a chance to march down that field, make a statement, and give yourself that moment. I mean, all these quarterbacks had it. Brady has had it. Mahomes has had it. Peyton Manning, it took him a while, but he eventually got it. It's just the moment was, as you said, the moment was just too big for him, and And he was that first, like the first offensive play, he was trying to get them out the game early with some of those passes. Like he fumbled the ball like 3 times. He threw a couple passes that should have been interception. He looked like the guy that gets a little antsy when the pressure's on him.
And Mahomes is the complete opposite.
Very, very complete opposite. Very complete opposite. He just, 7 straight NFC Championship games, so he's been in these situations, and he just you kind of figured out, you kind of like, as the game was going on, you kind of was like, this game stays close, the Chiefs are going to win, because they're just one of those teams. It's like, if you're keeping it close, Mahomes is going to find a way to win it. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. And for the Bills, it's like, what now? This was like, these last 2 seasons were like your best chance of getting to a Super Bowl. It's kind of like, you had a home game against the Chiefs last year's divisional round. Couldn't beat them now. You beat the Ravens, then you come back.
Didn't they lose to them like 5 years in like a row?
I think so, something like. I didn't know they 0 for 4 in the playoffs against them.
I thought it was more than 0 for 4.
Nah, the playoffs 0 for 4. 0 for 4.
So it must have been like the back end of the season when they're 0 for some other stuff too. Because I felt like I seen like 6 or 7 scores, and I'm like, damn, that many times?
Yeah, they beat them in the regular season a few times, but yeah, every time in the playoffs, and it's always each time it's a close game, and it's always like, well, one guy's pretty much the Jordan of football right now, and the other guy's Karl Malone.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear Karl Malone today, but
you never want to expect to hear Karl Malone.
Especially working where I work.
Oh man. Super Bowl 59 is set. The best thing I like about the Super Bowl is when folks trying to figure out the Roman numerals.
I ain't gonna lie. Did they change the Roman numeral colors for those 2 teams after the win? Because I felt like that was they changed it again. Bro, I thought it was a different color before.
I think
wasn't it like red and like
I think it was like red, white, and blue or something like that before.
I mean, now that you got all these conspiracy theorists, I'm sure the NFL graphics team is gonna play with the world now. Pause. And just have all type of, you know what I mean? Little Easter eggs out there and just hide the official one.
Yeah, Super Bowl down in New Orleans. This is the second meeting between these 2 teams in 3 years. This might be like, I don't know how many times this happened, but in NFL history where teams have met each other in the Super Bowl in such close proximity of their last meeting. I think the last one might have been Dallas and Buffalo. That may have been the next closest one, but it's rare that.
Oh yeah, because the Rams went back to back, but they didn't play the same.
The Rams went 2 in 3 years. The Titans and then
us.
Yeah, and then us.
I said us. I mean, the past. I ain't no Patriot.
Yeah. So, the Chiefs going 3 years in a row. The Pats went 3 years in a row just a few years ago, and that weird game against Philly where that kind of messed up there.
Don't even get me started.
Oh my gosh, benching players and catches.
I remember our quarterback dropped it.
Catches oh my gosh.
Quarterback dropped it.
Everything in that game.
And that quarterback
so
looking like Jerry Rice.
Oh my gosh.
You forgot?
Nick Foles. Oh my goodness. Man. All right, so this is gonna be a good one. It should be really entertaining because we all know the Philly goes as Saquon goes. But the thing is, are you gonna score enough points, or if you do score enough points, how much time are you going to leave for Mahomes if it is a close game? Because no matter what goes on, he could be playing bad, he could be playing great. But if the game's close and he has the ball with plenty of time left to either take the lead or tie it or whatever, we all know what's going to happen.
I'm more concerned to see how Chiefs' run defense is going to do. Because that's always been their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
And you probably have the best running back in the league coming to town. So
Right.
let's see how that's going.
Yeah, let's see the strategy on that because the Bills. Well, Oh yeah, back to the Bills real quick. The Bills, I mean, they didn't utilize James Cook at all. And he was having himself a great game. I think he was averaging like 8 yards per rush or something like that. And then the key moments of the game, he wasn't in there. He was on the sideline on that 4th down play. I think that 4th and inches play where they went for the tush push and didn't get it. He was on the sideline. So it's kind of Philly won't do that though. Philly, they know their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is Saquon. We're gonna do our play action. We're gonna get our receivers in the open, try to get these short passes and let them make the plays. So yeah, it's gonna be a handful. But Philly's defense. Kansas City got a good offensive line, so that defensive line is going to be able to get up and cause some pressure on the Chiefs. But we'll talk about more next week because Super Bowl ain't this Sunday. It's the week after, so there's a lot of time. Oh, yeah, we got Kendrick Lamar performing, which should be hilarious because I know there's going to be a lot of people mad that he's performing and not Lil Wayne or all the Drake fans are still mad, but
I don't understand people's feelings towards people not getting opportunities for something. I just don't understand why people care that much.
Me either. And plus, hey man, the Super Bowl's been in New Orleans plenty of times, and Lil Wayne has yet to perform that I know of. So if it happens, it'll happen maybe in the future. But give it to the guy that's that's on the streak right now. Raiders, they got a new head coach, Pete Carroll, was announced their head coach the other day. I think he's like their 12th head coach since 2002 or something like that. They've had a lot of coaches throughout the years. They haven't had a lot of consistency at coaches, but
I'm not mad at the hire.
Ain't mad at the hire.
I feel like he fits. Granted, who before him? What was his name?
McDaniels or Antonio Pierce?
Antonio Pierce. I thought they were gonna stay with him and give him, a couple more chances, get some more pieces in. He's a football guy. Right, he knows the league.
Right.
But I'm not mad at Pete getting this. Pete got good energy.
Yeah.
I think he'd be able to relate to even though he's an older coach, he has a great personality. He's able to relate to these guys.
I think he's from the region. Well, I think he's from the region, that region. So, but yeah, Vegas needs energy. I think he's a guy and he's proven to be a good coach, minus that, one little brain fart that helped us out. But
now, question: do you think that was him, or do you think that was like them up top?
I don't know who it was, but it was, hey, man.
Oh, no, I ain't mad at it.
Do it again.
The reason why I asked because I seen him in Beast Mode, Embrace and stuff like that. Now, granted, professional, game's over. You're not gonna hold on to it, but
Yeah, that was a year.
I just wasn't sure, you know what I mean? Because it's like, the smart move would have been just to give it to Marshawn Lynch. But when you're trying to fit an agenda, you're going to give it to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't either. But one thing we know about Pete Carroll teams, they're going to play good defense, they're going to run the ball, and they're going to have attitude. And that's what the Raiders are. The Raiders are, one thing about the Raiders brand, it's attitude. That's what there is. But I still can't get used to them in Vegas. It's just like, because they fit Oakland so much. Like, they were Oakland. That whole persona of Oakland, that was them. So them, that's why I just...
The money ruins stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that is true. But good hire for the Raiders. Now, let's see if you could get them back to their winning ways or get them back to being relevant. Because it wasn't too long ago they was in the playoffs. It was like 2 years ago or so they were in the playoffs with Derek Carr.
Okay.
As quarterback.
I think so. I'm not sure though. Top of my head, I can't think.
Right. Dallas. They hired Schottenheimer. I forget this dude's first name, but
is it Marty Schottenheimer?
His son.
Oh.
Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's a rap song.
I mean, you got the family, right? Marty's his daddy. Marty is his daddy. He's been an offensive coordinator for most of his coaching career, and now he's gonna take the helm as being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And as Michael Irvin says, I gotta wake up to this doo-doo news. That's what he thinks of the hire.
Is he that great of an offensive coordinator that he should be bumped up to head coach, overseer of everything? I don't understand.
I don't think so.
When do you make the jump, or you show that you have I'm confused.
Me
how
too.
great you got to be as an offensive or defensive coordinator to get bumped up to head coach?
Right, and I don't even think he was like a head coordinator that was like in high demand. Like people was like, yeah, I think we should get him as our head coach. This is the guy to be our head coach. He's one of those.
Oh, he's there. He's better
right. Right, and from some of the stuff I've listened to on podcasts and stuff, it's like he's not like the most likable guy in some of the spots he was at. So
it just blows my mind because it's like you got some people who are like trained to be head coaches that can oversee everything, and some guys that are just trained to focus on one part of the offense. So I'm just wondering, like, was his offenses in the top 3, top 2 in the past couple years? I'm just confused. I need to ask some football people this question.
Yeah, I don't know, but
you know, in other sports, you gotta be assistant coach, assistant manager. Yeah. You get bumped. There's not like a split.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get to oversee everything anyways.
Yeah, and it feels like this hire was just like, let's get this done before like free agency and the draft comes around.
It's kind of like your big man coach getting bumped in front of everybody else to be the head coach. You got 2 assistants, your guys coach, your big man coach, and he gets pushed in front of all of them to be head coach. Like,
right.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either, but it's the Cowboys. I know there's a lot of Cowboys fans that are just like, oh my gosh, they're upset at this. They're like, yeah, we're gonna stink again. Don't matter who y'all gonna hire, y'all gonna stink anyways. But yeah, this isn't what they were expecting as far as head coach.
I'm looking at that Jerry Jones picture. That meme I sent you with Yoda, white Yoda.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Jones. He definitely does though.
Jerry Jones, man, you might have to like take a step back or something, because I think the Cowboys are messing up your health with all this losing they doing and stuff. Granted, you still bringing them dollars, but
he already told people it's my life. I bought this team.
Oh my god, I
ain't going anywhere.
I'm just saying you might still own the team, but just like take a little step back so you can kind of enjoy the fruits of your labors, because it seems like it's stressful. Every year you're losing. Every year you're not making the playoffs.
I think he likes being in the limelight. He likes being in front of the camera. I just feel like he's one of them guys, if you don't see him for like a couple years, you got to forget what Jerry Jones even looks like. Because he kind of blends in with a lot of people in society.
Yeah, man, that photo right there.
You put him in an old folks' home, you might not tell the difference. Especially not seeing him for a few. Yeah. But most people don't even know the NFL owners. So I don't understand why we got to know him so well.
I was just looking at that picture again. That is definitely your white Yoda right there.
If you don't know what we're talking about, on Instagram, there's a humanized picture of Yoda as a white man.
Oh my god.
But look just like Yoda. It looks like Jerry Jones.
Oh man. Yeah, no Joey today. Joey got the flu.
Oh man, Joey bad ass.
Yeah, Joey been down. Last week he was sick with something else. This week he got the flu.
Don't stop messing with them floozies. Don't get the flu.
Or just wash your hands every time you come home after being outside. That's what I do.
I wash before I leave somewhere. Yeah. And when I get home.
But we got one of the oldies. We had I talked to Kipp Academy quarterback Elai Machado. So check this out, and then we're gonna come back, talk a little college basketball, because college basketball been crazy the last couple of days, like crazy. So we'll be right back. We are joined by Elai Machado from Kipp Academy. Welcome, first time here, right?
First time.
All right, what's going on, man? Welcome. You know, this football season's over. You got basketball, but we got a lot to talk about. For you in particular, after this football season, item All-Star, Conference All-Star. You guys finished the season off with a win over Lynn Tech, a shutout. But overall, what's when you look back at the football season, what's kind of your first thoughts of everything that happened this football season?
Well, the only word I can really say is I just had a great time. You know, we didn't come out with the outcome we expected, but I just I love playing with that team.
Right.
Favorite team, yep.
And you were in a unique situation, too, because you were able to kind of sit back last year and watch because dealing with an injury. So you were kind of able to sit back and, learn the offense and learn the system. And then you got your chance, like, late in the season when you were healthy, like, later on in the season to close the season. How important was that getting those snaps towards the end of the season, when you were fully healthy and able to throw again? Just how important was that for you to get those reps in, just to prepare you to get in that off season for the starting role?
I think that's the reason I was able to come into my sophomore season so prepared, because coming freshman year, I thought I was ready to be a varsity quarterback, but after that injury, it just proved to me that there was so much to be worked on.
Right.
So I think getting all that time to heal, get my mental right, help work on everything I need to work on,
Right.
just set the foundation for that upcoming sophomore season.
Did it kind of make it made it easier for you to just kind of understand what's going on in the game just by watching and kind of just watching as a quarterback? Did it make you see the field different, or make you see like how defenses are playing your offense differently, was it just kind of like you're getting the understanding and you're seeing tendencies and you're seeing like where things that may not have worked with Chanel that probably could work with you just because you two have different talents?
Yeah, definitely. Just watching film with the varsity, I could tell, like, Chanel, we have two different play styles. So the things he's looking for are not the same I was looking for.
Right.
I think be able to see that just a year early on film, watching film with the varsity, just allowed me to, like, know what I was looking at the entire time, step on the field, just get my reads right.
Well, it was also interesting too because Chanel came into that year. He wasn't expecting to play quarterback because he was expecting to play like running back, wide receiver, and other skill positions, and then he gets thrown in there. What did you take away from him being able to just switch the position he originally was going to play, kind of on the fly, and he was very successful at it too?
I think all I learned is that you always got to be ready for the unexpected. You always have to expect the unexpected. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
So coach might throw you in there, no position you never played before. You just got to show him, like, you're just an athlete that can do anything.
Right. And for your team, too, it's establishing a new identity because everybody know you guys lost Mornell to graduation, your brother to graduation, Chanel to graduation, Allen, a couple other skill guys to graduation. And at that point, it's always like the transition time for the program to get the new guys in and just start the new identity and get those guys kind of get those new guys known that were kind of on JV or were playing spots in varsity. How ready were all of you guys in that moment when it's your time? Now you're getting big time varsity minutes and you now have to prove yourself and show the work that you guys have been putting in.
To be honest, most of the guys that came up with me from JV, they were not expecting to have to fill a role so big. So to be honest, all summer we were just going to the field every day. We usually get some quick 7v7s in with some other teams that are there. So I think when we came into that St. Mary's game, started the season, I think that was just their pregame jitters.
Right.
I mean, first game jitters, first varsity start, and just think the guys were a little nervous maybe.
Well, that happens in the first couple weeks, first week of the season especially, because everybody's so excited. You get too excited sometimes for a game. But after that St. Mary's game, you guys didn't obviously you guys were not happy that you guys didn't win and you guys didn't play like you thought you'd play. But it seemed like after that St. Mary's game, it was just kind of a regroup. All right, we lost. Let's see what we could get better. Let's see what we did wrong and fix it. And let's just go from there. And it seemed like after that game, you guys started, the identity of the team started folding within the next coming weeks. Is that like a fair assessment?
Definitely is. We've always been called a second half team, but I think throughout the season we see as long as we just pick things up early, it's just a train on the trail tracks from there.
Right.
It's just, you can't stop us.
Right. When did it click for you? When did everybody has that moment where everything just clicks and everything just comes together, and now you just, all right, I got it now. I figured it out. All right. When was that moment for you? Was there a play, a possession, or a particular game that you kind of was like, okay, I got this now?
The game I got moved to safety. Like, I believe it was week, it's hard to say, but week 3 to 5 maybe. Finally, like looking from a defensive perspective, you know exactly what other quarterbacks are thinking.
Right.
So using that same thinking, I can manipulate a defense to my advantage. I think that game, it just all clicked for me right there.
Yeah, double digit on the interceptions, or you had 10?
10.
You had 10
interceptions on the season.
10 interceptions on the, people are going to talk about your offense, you as the quarterback, but 10 interceptions on the season. I think the second most I seen was 5 or so that I seen around here. I think that was Jordan. But just that showing that you kind of can play both ways. How important is that to show teams and also recruiters that you're kind of a two-way guy. You could play offense and you're really good on defense as well.
If you look in the NFL, or not today's NFL, but past NFL, you're going to see a lot of pocket passing QBs, but today's football, you got to show that you could be an athlete. You can show, like, you're not just in the pocket, but you can use your feet, get out of there when it gets messy.
Yeah. Do you probably like quarterback more, but is there like a preference with you? Do you like that aspect on the defense, just being able to?
No. I definitely prefer quarterback. I'm more of an offensive guy.
Right. But on the defensive side though, like what is like the big thing that you want to make sure that you do well to give your defense a better opportunity to either stop or score, or stop them from scoring or turn the ball over?
I just want to take all the responsibility of even the linebackers. They got to drop back middle of the field. They got to know they got to stop that run. The ball's in the air. That's all me.
Right. No fly zone.
Yep.
You get no accolades. Like I said, Item All-Star, Conference All-Star. How happy were you that you were able to get that? Was it Joseph? Who else got it on your team? Was it
Joseph Beto?
Joseph. Did Mikey get it?
I'm not really too sure on the list.
Okay. But Item All-Star, you and Joseph, you guys were there.
Item All-Stars, yep.
Right. How first year starting? How key was that, and just how good does that feel? How good does that feel that you saw that your work was getting appreciated?
When I won the Daily Item All-Star, I felt appreciative that I was starting to get recognized. But then I found out I was the only sophomore in that group. So then that really made me feel way better about my entire season. Even though we fell short, it just made me feel that much better about myself. Yeah,
and looking in that opening round of the state tournament game, what was the takeaway that you guys got from that game? Did you guys have a sense that you guys left a lot on the table or on the field in that game that you probably was like, man, we kind of bit ourselves right here or there? Was that kind of the feeling after that game, or watching the film of that game?
Yeah, it was just so much places we should have been, so much places we wish we could have been to make the mistake, to correct the mistakes we had made.
Right.
So looking back, I think everyone can say there's at least 5 possessions. Right. They wish they could, if they just got back right there.
Right.
Everything would be so much.
And that's the thing about football too. It's kind of there's just. They say you have to take every possession seriously, because one little mistake in a possession could cost you a game. But it's a lot. It was definitely a learning experience for a lot of those guys too, because most of them are coming back next year. So I know you guys are already back at it with the weight room and stuff. But how can you use that to try to get to Gillette? What do you guys have to do as individuals and as a group? What do you guys have to do in the off season? Because the coaches can do only so much, but what are these U.S. players gonna have to do to try to give yourself that chance to get there next season?
I think it's just discipline. Wanting to be able to just get in the gym you know, you got to have discipline to do that. Because most kids, they want to, once they get out of school, they want to go home, play with their friends. But you just got to have, like, that want in you.
Right.
So you could get better for next year.
Yeah, definitely. You're doing a lot more. You went to a couple camps. Did the passing thing with Prep Red Zone with Coach Silva. How's that? Getting a chance to see some of the other guys in the state, some of the other underclassmen. Just how's that experience?
I really enjoyed that camp, actually. But it just gave me a better outlook of the talent around me. So, but after that camp, I know, like, I'm good.
Right. Checkoffs. Like, is there certain things that you have on the list that you think, all right, this is what I need to do next year. This is what I want to accomplish next year. This is what we need to accomplish next year. Do you have those like kind of checklists going into your off-season workouts?
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff?
definitely. First goal is I'm trying to gain more weight for the upcoming season. But at the same time, I'm not trying to lose any speed I have right now.
Right.
So I need to gain muscle, and I need to maintain speed. But number 3 is just keep doing what I'm doing.
Right.
Never stop doing what I'm doing. Just keep going up.
How many of your teammates were you teammates with when you played with East Lynn? Do you have any of your East Lynn teammates on the program, or are you guys all just scattered throughout the city right now?
Mostly for this upcoming team, not much kids actually even play Pop Warner.
Okay.
There's only a handful of us that actually played youth.
Right.
And it's only maybe 3 of us this season that actually played on the same East Lynn team together.
Okay. Oh, damn. They all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the last time, I think it was the last game I saw y'all play. I think it was that East Lynn Westland game.
Yeah.
That was that
12U.
Yeah, the last one that actually happened.
Yep.
You got basketball season going on right now. What so far? You guys are 1-1.
1-1.
1-1. I mean, what made you decide to play basketball this year?
Just the coach is telling me to stay active. I was like, all right, I'll play basketball.
Don't hurt to stay in shape there.
Don't
hurt. Keeps you occupied too. Listen, my man, appreciate you for coming through.
Yep.
Before we get out of here, please plug in your social media. Let them know if they want to follow you.
MTTG Eli with 2 eyes on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, that was not it.
MTTG.
We gonna fix that. That was not it. Don't worry, I'll fix that. That's not it.
MTTG Eli with 2 eyes on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah. For the audience, don't worry, y'all won't see y'all won't see that other. So that was my fault. I will fix that after this. But my man, appreciate you for coming through.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Make sure you go check them out. They actually got a game Thursday. It's a half a day. Thursday. Friday. I'm sorry, Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, Friday is a half a day up at Kipp Academy. So they will be playing Whittier Tech. So check them out. Basketball season's in full effect. Athletes Corner, we're out of here. All right, and we are back. College basketball. First off, Saturday. Saturday. That day was wild with some of them games. We got Kansas and Houston, a double overtime game. Kansas had the game. You got to make your free throws, people. Mm-hmm. You got to make your free throws. Houston, they made some clutch three-pointers, clutch shots. Then that inbound was just, bruh.
And then he was shocked that it got stolen. When you told me the inbound was Kabongo, I went back and saw the replay, and I was like, dude, because I missed that part. I just missed. I looked down to something and turnover. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm
I think I was telling Anthony, I think they got to go back to fundamental basketball. Like, why can't you properly get the inbound in?
Do they even go over end game situations anymore and certain things? Because that was what we did in the practice. We always went over end game situations.
Right. But Houston ended up pulling that one off because Frog Allen Fieldhouse is one of the hardest places to play and win. But they're able to pull that one off. Houston, they're in the top 5, top 10. A big road win for them. Kansas bounced back, but yeah, they probably was like, damn, we gave that game away because all we had to do was inbound the ball and make our free throws.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, most teams don't get many calls in that gym either.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, you are right. And then earlier that day, BC and North Carolina, another inbounding situation. All BC had to do was get the ball in, and they get a 5-second violation. North Carolina scores, sends it to overtime, and then they win it in overtime. But come on, man. Come on, man. You had the game. You about to have a signature win. Mm-hmm. They were the chatters of the coach being fired, it was about to die down if you had that, but now it's just amplifying.
And North Carolina isn't that good this year, so y'all
at all.
Yeah,
at all.
Every game's competitive with North Carolina nowadays.
I mean, I watched them last night lose to Pitt, and
they ended up losing?
Yeah, they lost because I had no idea what they was doing.
They ain't got no bigs. And the bigs they got are like wings. They're not even like bigs. Bro.
You know how funny you said that? A couple analysts said that earlier in the season. It's like the biggest glaring difference between this North Carolina team and last year is there's no inside presence.
I mean, that dude Baycock was there for like 8 years. But even in the past, like Hicks and certain guys, like they weren't the best big men, but they were bigs.
Yeah, they're bigs. They could finish off the dump off passes, the offensive rebounding, which was like one of their key strengths when they had them bigs, like offensive.
But just rebounding in general.
Yeah,
they don't rebound too well as a team.
Yeah, so. That don't get easier for them. They go up to Duke this weekend. So
my.
Yeah.
And this man's been on a tear.
Yeah, Cooper Flag, man. Yo, did you see homeboy throw up on the court? I was like, I saw him down. I thought something happened. Then they showed the replay. I was like, oh.
I had a teammate do that before.
In the middle of the game. Oh, in practice? I
think Coach made him clean it up too. Coach wasn't playing.
I never seen play throw up in the middle of the game. That was the first.
I seen Corey Foster do that too in the game. He threw up and then came down and hit a three.
Shout out Corey Foster.
Yeah, Lynn Tech legend.
That's funny. This dude called me as soon as it happened. Arizona overtime win over Iowa State, my brother's school. I didn't even call him about it. Yeah,
forgot about that.
Yeah, halftime.
Got them black jerseys. That's what it was. Yeah, that's really what it was.
Yeah, that was heave to the gods.
And the reason why I call him, for one, we always call each other when crazy stuff happens. Make sure you're watching the game because we do this podcast. But I never see half-court shots being made live. I barely see home runs and I barely see half-court shots. So when I saw that, I didn't even react. But that was pretty impressive.
I saw a live half-court shot last week, and I couldn't believe it. I almost cursed on the mic, too, because I couldn't believe it. That thing it hit every ounce of the rim, backboard to go in, and I couldn't believe it.
And you see how, people don't realize, seeing the home run is way more common than seeing a half-court shot being made.
Right.
Granted, you see more nowadays because people can better shooters and stuff like that, but it's not common. It's not common.
At all.
But I feel like if you hit a half-court shot to tie the game, game got to be over. Nah. Got to be 4 points, man. Game got to be over. You mean to tell me it was more than half court?
Yeah, that was beyond.
It was beyond half court, and you still got to play overtime? Nah, game got to be over.
They got the win, though. Arizona got the win.
You might need to change the rules, man. There's one rule you got to change because it's a rare occurrence.
Rare.
So if that happens, man, walk off the court, go home.
They got hot after that too in that overtime. They weren't missing it. I don't think they missed a shot in overtime.
Only thing with Caleb Love, he's trying to be too much of the efficient leader. He got
go score.
Yeah, you got to score, bro.
You're a scorer.
They're talking about him being hot and cold, and I noticed that him being the fifth-year senior, him trying to be the leader and be more efficient. Nah, bro, go get some buckets, dog.
Go.
Because they losing because of certain times that he's not being as aggressive as he should be.
You're a scorer. Go score. Go score. And tell other guys, hey man,
I ain't gonna be here too much longer.
Right. Other NBA news: the Heat suspended Jimmy Butler, and there's a whole beef going on between him and Pat Riley. And at this point, it's just all right, you just gotta keep him out until we figure out where we're going to send him or who's going to take him. Because that whatever relationship he had with that team, that's all gone, and he not happy he won't be. He don't want to be there. Pat Riley clearly don't want him there either. We just got to find ways to part ways.
It's just getting real petty, though. It's just getting real petty.
Right.
That's all
you know,
it
you get suspension here, suspension there, fine here, fine there.
My thing is, you got the man playing, and he's basically telling you, like, I'm not going to go 100%.
Right.
He's showing you, so it's like, you get paid for DMPs, right? Yeah. So just don't play him. But I don't understand the whole attacking his pockets every second you get.
Right.
Especially when, like, certain things should be fines and you suspended them for stingers. It's like, are you guys going through the proper procedure, or are you guys just looking spiteful and petty?
Right. Yeah. At some point, you just got to figure it out, make the trade so everybody can be happy.
Because as a franchise, you're looking crazy, too. Every little thing the man do is like, granted, he's not making his case better. He doesn't really make his case better.
No,
but
he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And right now they're 23-22 right now, so they're not really playing good basketball either. So, yeah, make the moves, find a team that wants him, and everybody moves on. Because at this point, it's just getting ridiculous at this point for all parties. And I'm sure everybody just want this to all go away, but this is what it is. So maybe they do something before the All-Star break or after the All-Star break, but yeah, get it together. NBA All-Star starters were selected the other day. No surprise. No surprise with who was picked. Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Giannis. That's no surprise on the East starters right there, because there wasn't really nobody really outside of that's kind of like had a breakout year outside of the regular players that could warrant like starting position. But you know, Karl Anthony Towns is having her though. He's showing that he was the best player on Minnesota. Like, he was the link to Minnesota because of what he did offensively. You see their spacing is never good. The paint's always clogged. They don't. Yeah.
It just seems like I don't know. Like, has this always been how he was back home? Because he's a New York, Jersey kid.
Yeah.
So it's like, being in Minnesota, he was so soft, polite. Now he's looking like this is who he really was.
I think they got the energy. I think the city energy.
I mean, it's where he's from too. So
right,
you know, he's from this region. So it's like, is this who you really are, or would you try to be super professional in Minnesota?
I don't think he's changing his voice either during the post-game interviews. But he's always had the talent. The talent's always been there. But now now.
Yeah, it was never talent with him. It was just how he was getting picked on. You know what I mean? That's all it was.
Yeah, now he's on bully mode. So
as he should be.
Kudos to him. On the West All-Stars, they got Shea, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Nikola, and I feel like 3 of those guys have just been grandfathered in.
No, you got the 3 wise men.
Yeah.
Jokic and Shea. Right, they grandfathered in 3 wise men.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, because Josh should be a starter the season he's having, but kudos to those guys. Ain't no surprise, but here's my thing with the league. This is like the issue I had. Once again, they're still holding on to this Steph, LeBron, KD thing. Over the weekend, it was a triple header on ABC, and the final game of the evening was the Lakers and the Warriors. When the finals rematch, you had the finals rematch. Granted, Luka's not playing, but Kyrie was still there. That should have been the last game of the night. But it's like, bro, once again, this is.
But West Coast time, though.
Oh my God!
Remember that, like, you know.
Have them play earlier. Have them play earlier, man. Like, have them play the first game of the day or something.
But it's one of them things. Like, are they gonna watch that game you said as the last game of the night? People gonna watch LeBron and what I mean, Steph.
Yeah, I watched like 5 minutes of that game.
You know what I mean? Because most people are fans of LeBron and Steph.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
No, I watched 5 minutes of the game. I was like, yeah, this game ain't it.
I'm just trying to think what other teams could you put on the back end of that game that would get the same I want to say
Well,
the same views.
they're not marketing those other teams or those other young superstars like they should be marketing them so they could get those views. That's the biggest issue right there.
You don't have to market the older statesmen as much because everybody knows who they are.
Right.
So
Like if they had, I mean, if it was OKC and Houston for that last game, I probably would have watched that game because
you know basketball. People that know basketball watch that game because those are two up and coming teams that are playing well.
And some of those young dudes.
But people who don't know basketball is like, who's on them teams?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So other than, we know Shea, but most people don't know the young talent on Houston. We know the young talent on Houston.
Right.
Though.
Yeah, the league got to do a better job marketing those.
Because Houston got some talent.
They got some dogs.
I've always been a Green fan.
The kid Thompson.
Yeah.
It's funny too because when I did the podcast with the guys 801 to 806 the show, when I did the podcast with them earlier before like the season started, like they asked me, most improved player, and I was just like, because I couldn't think, I was just like, I think one of them Thompson twins, and I think I said the one in Houston.
They got drafted last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were rookies.
Yeah, this is their second year. This his second year. And I just said to him, because I was like,
you're right.
I think he's going to have a really good season. He's having a really good season. The other one's like having a good season too. One in Detroit. He's having a...
He's in Detroit, bro.
Yeah, but you can see he's developing. He's getting better. But Cade is...
in Detroit.
Yeah, Cade
is... You only gonna be able to do so much. Like.
Cade Cunningham, he's playing like you got the pieces around me, and I'm going to show y'all what I can do. But, yes, shout out to everybody. I think they're going to name the reserves this week or sometime next week. But boxing update. Pedro, what we got?
We got Nayona Inoue versus Ye Kim last week, and here's what happened.
Oh, yeah, he dropped him.
Naoya was going actually, I believe, a few defenses for all the titles.
He asked for it.
Crushed the dude. I believe that he should actually come up in the weight at some point.
Yeah, you got to challenge yourself. At some point you're going to want to challenge yourself, but he put that man down. He said, man down.
That man asked for that.
Benavidez and Morrell, that's this weekend, yeah. He was just doing the interview, but then it is what it is, but his Wi-Fi went out. So
who?
Benavidez.
Okay.
So
is that dude got a mullet?
Benavidez against Morrell.
That like a black man mullet.
It does look like a mullet, man. But Benavidez says he says Canelo knows that he's his biggest threat. That's why he won't. He's ducking him.
Yeah, Benavidez, I agree, brother. Yeah, you definitely his biggest threat.
He has to go up in the weight, so he'll be at 175 pounds this weekend against the Cuban David Morrell.
Okay.
So if him and Canelo do end up fighting, will they be at 168 or what do you think it would be?
Maybe at 168.
Yeah, well maybe.
I don't think Canelo will go up in the weight to fight out Benavidez.
Okay. All right. Well.
And one more fight this weekend. Actually, on Sunday.
Clarissa Shields.
Papoose gonna be front row.
For the second time. So she's looking to become a fourth-time undisputed champion of the world. It's never been done.
That's dope. Okay. I have no idea who Perkins is, but kudos for her.
Well, I was just showing about 5'8". Perkins' woman, she's about 6'2".
Yep. He was telling us about that. I'm just trying to figure out where was this lady Perkins fighting?
Right.
It's like feeling like that movie, The Great White Hope.
Two great fights this weekend.
All right. Let's go to our interview part. We're gonna come back. We'll talk a little bit about give y'all the high school hoops update after these interviews. We got coaches, we got players. Yo, last week I saw 2 double overtime games. Never have I seen 2 double overtime games in a season, but I saw 2 last week. And both of them were actually really, really good games.
That's dope, man.
But check these out, then we're going to come back. Check these interviews out, then we're going to come back and then wrap things up. All right, Coach. Big one for you guys here. You guys think down the stretch, execution-wise, tie ball game, you guys get before, score 4 quick points to get the lead. How important is that for them to execute in tight games like this?
That was huge. Late game execution. Every day in practice we work on situations and late game situations like that. Playing a quality team like BC High and a great coach like Coach Loughnane, we definitely feel good about coming away with a win here.
Yeah, definitely. It was a back and forth affair. Lead changes here, lead changes there, but you guys, they never waver. That's how you like their poise in this type of situation.
Yeah. We've been in a lot of close ones this season. We had a tough one. Didn't really get it done against Lowell last Sunday over at Emerson. So it was good to bounce back in a tournament type game against a tournament type opponent. Yeah,
definitely. And we're about to turn the calendar to February. February is so important because you want to play the best so you can position yourself to get a good spot for the postseason. Just how key is this next couple of weeks for your team?
Oh, huge. Well, we've been on a month-long road trip. This is 6 straight road games for us. We finally get to go back home. Literally, January was all road games. So, and we got 5 out of 6 of them. So we dropped that one against Lowell, like I said. So February is going to be huge. We get to go back home, get a little home cooking, and get some good momentum going into the tournament, like you said.
All right, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Coach, you guys, road victory on a Sunday afternoon. You guys pretty much controlled this game from beginning to end. How were you guys able just to establish that early dominance?
Yeah, tough game. They play credit to Linfield. They play a really tough 2-3 zone. So credit to them. They have a lot of length, tough physical football players. So all credit to them, man. They play tough. Fortunately, we were able to knock down a couple shots when we needed to and, get the ball moving. But I'll tell you what, credit to our guys. I think we held them to 40 points. We dug down on defense. We knew knocking down some shots against this 2-3 zone wasn't going to be easy. And to hold any team like this, especially a team like Linfield, to 40 points, credit to our guys working hard on defense.
Yeah, you just talk about it. Your defense was really in tune with this entire game. They had a couple runs, but not too many. Is that just a matter of communicating well and then just being physical to match their physicality?
Absolutely. We rep it every day in practice, shell work and communicating on the defensive side. And when we're talking on defense, that's when we're at our best. Guys are communicating, we're getting out on screens, and we're just contesting everything. So like I said, credit to our guys. Got a little lucky. Linfield missed a couple of shots, a couple of open shots on some tough rotations on our end. But this was a great win at a tough place to play versus, a very talented Linfield team. So.
Lastly, the execution down the stretch, you guys have called the timeout. Boom, you guys executed well on a pin down, get a layup, another time, open 3. Just how important is that, as you guys are getting closer to the tournament, for them to have those late game executions when things, when you need a basket?
Yes, honestly, all the credit to the players, man. They knocked down some big time shots. We're just trying to get them set up in the right positions to be successful. But, when we win the games, man, it's all on them. You saw that they knocked down some really good, tough shots, some great execution. We got a great chemistry on this team right now. So this was a really good road win for us as we head into the latter part of the season.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
Scrappy, that's why.
I see you guys are on the roll right now. They're finally starting to put string together some wins, which you guys needed. I know you guys let some games get away, but how do you just like these last stretch of games? You guys closing out games and getting these wins.
Coming into the season, we were trying to find our identity. This team we haven't won nothing, as a team, as a new group. So now I'm getting to win some games and getting the feeling of winning. It's a beautiful thing to see, and hats off to them just playing Lynn Tech basketball. You know what I'm saying? Mook trapping all over the place, causing havoc for the other teams. And we just playing our brand of basketball, and that's, you got to have going into the playoffs for sure.
Offensively, like that first half, nobody could get a basket. It seems like it was a hit on both baskets, but you guys stuck with it defensively, made it difficult for them, and then the offense came for them. How big was that for them just to not let that frustrate them, the ball not getting in the basket, with some of the good looks they had too?
Yes, like I said, it's a scrappy, Swampscott team. They give it they all. They great help defense, some tough players. So it was a scrappy one from the first, the first 2 quarters. But I feel like we showed our identity by making them turn the ball over and scoring off the turnover. So I feel like that's big for us, no matter what game we play in.
This is a big week for the city with some of the players in the city. Gio's the 4th player to reach 1,000. Second Tech player this season to reach 1,000. Man, this how special is it just for the city to have these players accomplishing this milestone, and for you, your first 1,000-point player that you've had since a freshman.
One thing I can say is we all know is Lynn, we got the ballers. So one thing, hats off to everybody that scored 1,000. That's a great accomplishment, and you're forever in the legacy. You're up in the banners, you can't go nowhere, and it's something to build on. And most importantly, you put that hard work in and it's showing.
You guys got another tough task coming up, going on the road to Shawsheen Tech, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Shawsheen on Friday, another tough one. It don't get no easier for us, but I wouldn't want it no other way. The tougher for us now makes it easiest for the tournament, so that's what we're looking forward to making a nice little tough tournament run and, doing what we do, Tiger way.
All right, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Moot.
All right, man, you guys came here, got the win. This game was all about defense. You guys really made it difficult for them to score. I mean, defensively, what was working for you guys?
I mean, all my guys, we're all talking. Everybody was in help. Excuse me. Exactly where they were supposed to be. Got to shout out my boy, Dylan Pratt. Every time down there, he was right there. It wasn't only Breen blocking those shots. He was down there contesting too, so props to him.
Yeah, you guys have had, a good season right now. It seems like you guys have done a good job with your executions late in the game. Down here after a timeout, you guys ran a pin-down play, got an easy layup. Yeah. They got another 3-point shot off that to kind of stop the momentum. How important is that for you guys to execute down the stretch of games?
Well, we practice exactly how we play. All our practices are high pace with all our talent. It just helps us reflect that into the game.
Definitely, you guys are to the latter part of the season, right? How's like the feeling of this team and the way you guys are playing? How do you like the way you guys are playing going into these last stretch of games before the time comes out?
We feel really good. Our coach challenged us early on to play 4 quarters, and these last 3 games so far, we've done just that. So, props to everybody for pulling their weight and working just as hard.
All right, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Bella. Special night for you. 1,000 points. Got it out the way early. How much did you want to get it out the way quickly so you can focus on the rest?
I definitely want to keep my mind on the game. Obviously, that's a big accomplishment, and I thank God for the opportunity to even be on the court. And I think my parents as well, they always pushed me. They told me not to worry about that as much. Just in the flow of the game, it would happen. And I think I'm really blessed to even have teammates like that to support me and all those kids. I mean, what a better way to do it.
All right, the team's cruising right now. Nice winning streak going on Friday. Beat Fenwick. Had that big win over Cathedral. Got some more big games coming up. But just how good is this team playing right now?
I think this team is really consistent with their play. We have a lot of young players, and sometimes it's hard to get that consistency out of young players. And I think we're really succeeding right now in that sense. And also, we just got to stay together. A lot of these teams fall apart halfway through the season, and we're doing a really good job of staying together. And being a leader, you got to keep everybody together. So we're doing good.
How important was those last few minutes for the reserves to get in and get some varsity experience? Because they never know. They might be called up for a couple minutes here and there in a good time to kind of stretch.
Yeah, for example, my sister, she got in the game. It's always good to see her on the floor. Always supporting her no matter what, even if it's a bad take. Just pushing her to be better. She might not take basketball serious right now, but honestly, I see potential in any girl that steps on the floor that doesn't get that many minutes.
Lastly, 1,000, you're only a sophomore. 2,000 is the next mark. I know that's far away right now, but how cute down the line would that be for you to be the first ladies to do it?
For sure. What I would say all the time to myself is just keep pushing. I can't settle for 1,000. Yes, that's a great accomplishment. Some people don't even get that opportunity. So I just want to be the best person I can be and try to be the best athlete as well.
All right, fun fact, you and Angie are the first 2,000-point scorers.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man, this was a wild game. Offensively, first half, not much going for both teams. How did you guys kind of not let that get to you and stay the course offensively?
I mean, our coach told us to run our plays, slow down the pace, and not let them speed us up, on offense. So at the end of the day, we knew we had a goal just to win every quarter. each quarter at a time.
You got your 1,000 points. You had to work hard for those.
Oh, yeah.
But you got it, man. Just how happy are you to get it? Second tech player this year to get it. Third player in the city, fourth player in the city this year to get it. How you feel?
I'm happy for everyone getting their 1,000. The city, man. And you know, you see the chin, bro. They messing me up and. But.
You guys are on the road right now. Not a good start to the season, but you guys have been rolling these last couple games. What's been working these last couple games? You guys got another tough stretch coming up. What's kind of been working these last?
Coach been telling us we need to start going on a streak, getting wins, so we can make the playoffs, get a home game. Because you know what happened the first time when we were on the road, so now we want to get a home game like last year.
All right, man. Hey, man, congrats on you.
I appreciate it, Mukala.
Tyrese to the cup. Tyrese and one. Better make this a play right here. Oh, good travel. Oh, nice pass. Good block. Midi. Got it. Got it, Baja. Swings it. Yep, this is what I want to see from him. Dobson needs to go to the Baja. There you go. There you go. There you go. Shot. Redford. Road Catholic. Brady. And one. There they go. Tyrese. Oh, give me that. To tie it. Oh, my God. Alert. Flopped. Preston gets the boards. Puts it back in. Shot clock is winding down. Brady. Oh! Scarehead. I think that's what that says. Avery. Oh, big man. Lano from someone other. Hey, good. Oh, that's a good look. Oh, man, that's a mismatch. Shot. And Vic, shooter. Got it. Can they answer? Good time. No, they. Oh, nice play. Triple. Oh! Man. What you gonna do? Top. Another one. Marvin. Oh! Here we go. Man. Holy crap! Shooter. Oh! Good basketball game. Shooter. There we go. Nice pass. And one. All right, we are back. Some updates for high school basketball. Lynn Classical, Greater Boston League champions. Lynn Classical boys, they won at Everett last night. So their winning streak's at 9.
Congrats to them, man.
Yeah.
Congrats, Steph.
Yeah, I'm glad they're winning. I'm glad they're winning. They got me to thank. They should thank me and Tony Seaford. they need to thank us for putting that battery in their back.
Sometimes you need somebody like the fire.
Hey, man.
It's all right.
We just gave constructive criticism.
And once you
might have been harsh.
And when you're a representation of the city, you can't be looking sorry.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
They're playing really well right now. I'm going to go to their game tomorrow just to check them out.
What time they play?
7.
I got train here at 7:30.
Yeah, 7. It might be 6:30, but I'm pretty sure it's 7. Denzel, career high last night. 43 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. It's the 40. I had to double take when I saw 43 points. I was like, oh.
Hey, Denzel, you're welcome.
I was like, okay. That's
he know why I'm saying you're welcome.
That's how he plays as a senior. He better do that on Friday.
And Mook was in, too, last time we had that conversation, brother. Good work, though, man.
Yeah, good work for him. I want to see that again Friday. Yo, this is the thing that frustrates me, man. They always do it when I'm to the games that I don't go.
Maybe you make them nervous.
Oh, my God.
You know what kind of like, the promoters of high school sports nowadays, so,
they want to impress. They got New and South Friday at home. Corey Lowe, he's a head coach over there. Okay. So they come in town. I want maybe he see that. St. Mary's still undefeated. They beat Archbishop Williams last night. Tech's rolling. They won 3 in a row. They go to Shawsheen on Friday.
Good luck out there, man.
Yeah, you know what's funny? This is how the world is so small. So I think one of the parents for the Shawsheen on the Shawsheen Tech players last year when they came to Tech, like he came up to me and he's like, yo, you know this guy right here? He showed me a picture, and it's my cousin.
Okay.
They went to college together, so they're still really close. And they be talking on the parlays. So I was like, yo, this is a small world, boy. So he was telling me he was talking about cousin the other that day because the parlays and stuff. They doing
Shawsheen still in the same gym?
I think, but
we had an AU tournament over. We had a couple games up there, way obviously back.
Yeah, they're 11-1 right now.
Shawsheen?
Yeah, they're 11-1.
Aren't they always kind of like one of the better teams in Tech's conference?
Yeah.
Other than Tech usually being the best team in the conference?
Yeah. They got a good team. They got a real chance of winning it all this year, actually.
Really?
Yeah, them, Greater Lawrence, those teams got a good chance. So Tech got all those games. They're playing against them these next couple of games.
Okay. All right.
Check it out. Make sure you go check it out. If you want to support some middle school action, go up to Breed tomorrow. Breed and Marshall playing for the second time tomorrow. Go up there. Check out the boys and the girls. Check those players out. Oh, shout out to Calvin, Asian Calvin. They brought back like the.
Ain't his last name Sang?
Yeah.
Calvin Sang?
Yeah. They got the Pee Wee thing. They got the little travel basketball going on with like the 12-year-olds and up. Yeah, around the 12-year-olds with the Boys and Girls Club. So it's good they brought that back because that's what they need, especially at that level. They don't need to be doing AU for like kids those age. Like,
don't even get me started.
Yeah, those travel basketballs very important for those age group. Just to you played in it. A lot of the guys that are coaching now, they played in it. They were a part of it when they were young and stuff like that. It's really good just for them to venture off and at that age and just get a little.
And that's when I learned, making teams.
Right.
So I understood the privilege it took. It was a privilege to be on the team. So I acted accordingly compared to some of these kids thinking like they deserve to be on the team. It's like you deserve to breathe.
Right. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, shout out to everybody doing great things in the city, promoting basketball and all that the right way and not for self. Other stuff. But yeah, make sure you buy the book. More copies. You got more copies coming, right?
Yep. February.
More copies coming in February. We haven't given birthday shout-outs in a while, but whatever. We'll shout out to everybody that celebrated.
Whose birthday was last week.
Oh yeah,
my aunt's was on the 11th.
Yeah, my home girl's birthday was the other day. Actually, yesterday was her birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't talked to her in a while, but.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, my other homegirl from elementary is like one of the people from elementary I still keep in touch with. All the reason, because she used to pick me up to go to the clubs.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Me and her forever cool. Yeah, she used to be like, Mukala, what you doing? Let's go out. Just come pick me up. We go to the club.
I had a couple people I still know from elementary school.
Yeah, so shout out to my homegirl, Linda. She hit me up. She said, I can't wait for you to be on ESPN so my husband could watch you instead of Stephen A.
I mean, you watching two TVs and you see him.
Hey, right, man, we got to get out of here. There's a lot of basketball games left in the season, so make sure you go out support the kids. There's games tomorrow, today. I think Lynn Classical got a game today, but make sure you go check them out. We're out of here. We'll check y'all out next week.
I can't be cracking no more jokes. I got to make sure I keep my line up.
Yeah, we might have my guy Joe Dub in here next week. Big Joe Dub. Peace out, folks.